Hey everybody, it's Jeremy here, and this week we're talking about editing. Editing can consist of a lot of things, but for a documentary, it consists of interviews, B-roll footage that we've shot at all the different game studios and publishers, events that we've been to like Comic-Con, E3, QuakeCon, archival footage, so that's something that we have another editor working on, and then motion graphics. We've talked a little bit about motion graphics. All those things exist in layers within the editing timeline. So we want to kind of give you a sneak peek of kind of what that looks like and where we're at right now in the editing process. Let's take a look. So we're here in the edit suite, the Mediajuice, and Kenny, one of our lead editors for VGTM, has been compiling a rough cut, a timeline. Why don't you tell us kind of what you've been working on in terms of the structure and how you're putting that together now with the interviews?
Yeah, I've been kind of tasked with taking these interviews and really kind of telling the story.
So really we can't even call this a rough cut. This is just sort of an assembly edit.
Yes, very, very basic, just getting the foundation, but it's absolutely necessary, the first step in really getting a great film.
Making sure the story that we have in place is correct.
Yes.
Okay. We talked a little bit in our last production diary about transcription. And I know you've been using that.
Yeah.
So why don't we kind of show them an example of some of the terms that you've been searching for and how you pull that up within the script.
You can see that we have searched for specific words.
How many times do all the interviews say the term scientist, or do they?
Yes.
And you had a couple of results that came up here.
Yeah, we had a couple of them. The start right here, it says at 16 minutes and 3 seconds.
That's where someone says the term scientist, okay.
Yes. Starting right here.
Of work from both artists and scientists.
I believe that video games sit squarely at the intersection of art and science.
I haven't stood firmly in either camp of art versus science.
I remember specifically Polygon, we were talking about when games went from 2D to 3D.
Yeah. One
of the key terms that somebody might say would be 3D or polygon.
Moving on to the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64, you started to see 3D for the first time. 3D models, polygons and stuff.
Not yet 3D like actually coming out of the screen, but 3D environments and better frame rate and better sound, and then you could put more polygons on the screen so the guys could look more realistic.
That's just, I don't even know if I can call it the tip of the iceberg. That's like the tip of the tip.
Yeah, that's the tip of the tip of the tip
of the iceberg. But I'd venture to say that where we are now in putting the story together is probably the most vital part. So once we get this locked down, at that point we'll have sort of a story lock, and then we'll go on to the other layers of editing, motion graphics in and archival footage, B-roll. So stay tuned for more production diaries related to those things and other fun things we haven't announced. And we'll see you soon.